Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Babble Z. I'm Chris Adams, the Taken Master, joined by.
Go 5.
And Gamer 12.
So yeah, today we've got some what you've been playing. Oh, I didn't say what number. Episode number 360. I'm whatever. I'm doing too many things at once. It happens.
We're a console today. We're a console.
What? Anywho, what you've been playing. Middle segment. We'll get there when we get there. We aren't on agreeance because I was like, let's talk about it, and then the other two were like, you pick Tekken. You're Optimus Prime today, and I was like, okay, fine, I will pick, even if you don't like or agree with what I'm gonna say. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
No one said anything of that sort. So I just want you to know they're all his crazy fantasies.
We were talking about Garen was like,
Conversation.
you're the producer, and I was like, whatever, dude. And I was like, okay, I guess maybe we'll talk about Nier, because we have one person that's going to be happy if we talk about Nier, and if we talk about anything else, we'll get no feedback like always, because people are never giving us feedback. Not to say, we never get feedback, or, our listeners don't appreciate us. I'm just saying, at least one person out there that goes, yay, is better than 5 million people that go like that with silence.
Not yay.
No, that was a deafening silence because
Oh.
crap, I'm not sure if I have. Wait, no, it should be set to thingy. Never mind. Yeah, and then we got the news because I totally did it, and I was like, yeah, Shadow wasn't here, but I'll do it because I've done it before, and I'll do it, and I did. So stuff. So yeah, starting off, what I've been playing. I've been playing Final Fantasy VIII. I haven't made any progress though because I got to the part at the beginning of this 3, and I'm just trying to get the Edea card from Edea, and I'm just losing because the rules are terrible. They're the plus and same, and I'm like, I've been playing the entire game not using plus and same, and I'm not used to this. And yeah, she's destroying me every time, and it's like, dude, not cool. So
All you have to do is demean her and remind her that she's a woman.
that
She'll be able to defeat her.
That's not, you can't even do that. What are you talking about?
You should try. It's one of the rules in Dalit. Spread that one around.
Wait. So if I go to Dalit,
I'm
and
kidding.
RPG, ladies and gentlemen, RPG Mac 05. He's here for the rest
I mean,
of
the fact that you thought that would be an actual thing that you
I
can
did
do.
not think it was. I was correcting you and said it wasn't a thing. But then you're like, you get a Dalit, and I was like, well, maybe there's some NPC you can talk to, and they'll be like, do you want me to just write these rules like that one lady, the queen of the cards? But I never
I
tried
mean,
to because I don't want
you
to mess
you
with
can
stuff.
spread rules, but that's not one of them you can spread. It's not a thing. You can't demean them because she's a woman and then think they're gonna like, hey, this makes the card game easier for you to beat her because reasons.
But yeah, I might just be like F it and continue on so I can finish it by the time that the 2DS XL comes out. Because I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm probably gonna say this every podcast now because it's like that's my new motivation to get through this game. I finished. So then it can be like 7, 8, 9, 10, the golden years done, and then 12. I guess it's on PS4 and I'll get it and be like, okay, fine. It's funny because I bought that one. I got the collector's edition, whatever, period it, all the special sauce. But it was just a weird time in my life, and I just didn't get to have the time. And I sat down to play it, and I was like not enthralled or impressed, and I just didn't come back to it. Sorry, Vaughn, and everybody in Evil
You aren't
Ace.
missing anything.
And it's totally not Ram's Evil Ace, which is way better. That's a whole other side thing, though, because tactics for the win.
So yeah, it's psyched for the remake
The
or
remaster?
remaster.
Oh,
Of
gamer,
course he is.
the only reason I am is because then we're done with, or,
Because
then once that's out the door, they can focus on the good ones that are left. Because 4's been, done to death. 7 is,
Oh my God,
in
that's
hell
really cool.
development. 8, 9 are awesome, so looking forward to those. 10 they did for PS4, so it's already got its glancy once over and 10 too, and then 12 is done, so it's like, okay, and they're not gonna retouch 13. I don't think. Maybe they will. They'll be remastered.
It's already in HD. If anything, they'll just do a collection.
It's
Hey,
already on PC as well, so
but it's on. I'm just in gamer. I'm just saying they wanna.
you want to
They're
play on 4K? Play on PC?
they wanna milk that train. There's always that. Let's make this
I don't
copy
know.
that
They have
is on
15.2
here.
that needs to be done first.
It's like, do they want to lose money? Don't do that. Remaster for sure. No one's gonna rebuy that.
I would.
Why?
Reason.
Um. But yeah, just like get out the door because nobody cares about 12 anyway. So yeah. I mean, not nobody cares about it, but it's like it's nobody's favorite. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
yeah.
everyone's favorite.
Damn.
I mean, you're always crapping on it when you're on your game. You're like, oh, it's so boring. Blah 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 blah. Like, this
It
thing,
was
this guy.
boring. I did drop it like 20 hours in. I was like, oh god.
I mean, I made it farther than that, so
I did not like the combat at all. It's like too much of an
Either.
MMO.
it was
Like,
so
too
slow,
much.
stupid, and the characters were stupid. Except out there, he was awesome, but everybody else was stupid. So it's just like,
It was
what's the
just
point?
yeah,
And
way
then you
too
could,
slow.
and then like the license for it wasn't executed well,
Have
and then
they
like
said if they're gonna fix that? Like, does it?
no, they're not.
It's
They're not. They're just gonna make it
faster. Oh
prettier.
god.
They're just gonna make it prettier. You're welcome. All the people out there who demanded that they remake that awful game.
Hey,
Mm,
once it's out the door, don't have to touch it for another 10 years, and they can do something not Final Fantasy 12 related. Yeah.
they're just gonna like push out.
Literally anything else. Literally anything else.
I'm just saying it the way it's going. It's like they're at 10. They did 12, and then since 11 and
Yeah,
14,
but 10 was
everyone
actually
knows.
good. So I mean,
I know, but then it's like the only way to go is either go to 13, do something else,
they
or
should
start
just
with
like
one of the
super
other numbered
revamp 9
ones.
because that was the most underrated one.
Oh,
Well, they
that's
stopped. They stopped at 5 for the
redos.
DS, right?
I don't think they.
Six on DS.
No, I mean the remake.
Because I
Like
think they did
remaking
it for
it.
the PSP though for those, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Ooh,
No,
Either way,
so
anything except 12, basically. Literally anything. I would even take
Yes.
Chocobo's Dungeon. You know what? They could redo Chocobo Racing before they do anything 12 related ever again, for all I
Oh
care.
yeah, they might do like either more spin-offs or do work on spin-offs that they're already producing currently, like the 8 Rhythm and that one I can't think of. That's not the 8 Rhythm. The Finding one.
Dissidia?
That, yes. Because it looked like it was going to come to console, but then it's like, nope, just arcades in Japan, because
Oh,
F you America, and everybody else in not Japan.
In the B. In the B. It's like, that's fine, I guess.
So yeah, once that Zodiac blah 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 international blah 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 12 blah 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 is out, it's like nowhere to go but up, because seriously, we're not listening to the last 90 seconds of discussion. So yeah.
We all loved it.
And then besides that, I played again. I played my second time through late shift, and I enjoyed it. And then it was weird though. I gotta say, I did enjoy it, but it was
But
it was
not
like
touch
it,
you in a good place.
no, like it was weird because when I got to the end, it said I had 3 endings, but it was my second playthrough, and then I had seen all the scenes, and so I think I only have like 4 more endings or something. But now I'm like,
Possible
what do I
that
want to?
some of the endings can overlap, or they can have multiple endings in one playthrough.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Wait, you can have multiple endings in one playthrough?
Probably.
Hmm.
I mean, why not?
That's the only logical explanation whether you had 3 unlocked.
'Cause, I mean, it's possible that some of them are not mutually exclusive. Maybe multiple ending things can happen. Like,
Hmm.
maybe he could get that job, but she could also fall in love with him or something. I don't know. I don't know what the game is like at all because I don't know what late shift is. And you all sound insane to me, but
But yeah, it was nice to get the better ending. That did feel like a good ending, so that was nice. Because the first time through, it was like very bad ending, or just bad ending in general. I was like, wow, that was super tragic. So this time I was like, yay, I got the thing, and I did different stuff, and I was like, yay, I cracked the case. So now I'm trying to go back through and do different choices and see what happens, or see like where the different anchor points different anchor points are for different endings, to see like, oh, is it in like super early in the beginning if you just don't do that thing, and then something bad happens, and you die, maybe. Because I'm pretty sure there's got to be like a you die ending. Because I was like playing it the second time through, and I was like, at first I thought this game rated teen, but I was like, they have a lot of f-bombs in here, and it's rated M. And I was like, okay, clearly, I'm sure there's probably like some super downer ending where it's like you just eat it and they kill
Where
you
everyone dies.
or that too. Because I almost had that the first time, and I was like, no, it was really bad. But I kind of go back and do my exact same route on the first time I did it, and then like just choose a different thingy at the end to see like what the alternate ending is on that one too. So that'll be neat. But yeah, I do enjoy this game, and then it's getting me pumped for Detroit if that comes out this year. Because it's like I'm playing it and I'm like, as much as I like watching this and just like choosing my thingies or choosing my decisions, I would even more enjoy playing this game and like actually playing the game and then choosing my decisions and having it affect the outcome. So yeah, it's weird when you're playing a game and it's like, I mean, it's still technically a game, but it's super light on interactivity, and it's like, yeah, something to be wanted, but it's nice. I'm gonna play this at like 3 a.m. because I'm about to fall asleep, so not a lot of effort involved there. Just push a button, make a choice, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, and go to bed. But yeah, late shift, still enjoying it. And then besides that, what else did I play this week? I know I played Destiny, but I'm trying to think if I played something else. I did play something else. Okay, I'll talk about Destiny then. So Destiny, we had another kind of unsmooth raid in challenge mode. Golgroth was like, he took us into the basement and just like smacked us around for a while. But man, that was, it was rough. But we finally got through it, and that was nice. But
Yeah, that was my fault.
so once you got to Orcs, it wasn't your fault, gamer.
Good job.
Do not put a bubble at the base of the cave.
I could have told you that.
It screws everything up.
Yeah, once we got to Orcs, we just, made him our bitch because we've killed him so many times. In challenge mode, and it was nice and smooth, like always. And the next week is Axis. Ugh. So, I'm my hunter, so I can hopefully get that sweet stuff with her, and hopefully since she's the first apostle of Art and Jesus, she'll get the ship, since she has always getting the good drops from everything, so hopefully we'll see, whatever. And also maybe some hard mode armor, because she doesn't have a lot of the hard mode armor. I noticed when I was using her, and I was like, oh, I can't even put the ornaments on this stuff. So, yeah. And then it was Mayhem Clash Iron Banner this week, and my first game I played, I was on fire. I had 29 kills and like 2.9 KDR or something crazy. I died like twice. I was like, what? I shared my nick because I was like, dude, I have not played. I mean, it's Mayhem Clash. You have like infinite supers and crap all the time, but like, dude, like, I have not been this on fire in like forever. I mean, obviously I haven't played like Crucible except for like twice in Iron Banner only since Age of Triumph. So it's like, once every 5 weeks. So maybe like messes up the matchmaking of like, oh, you clearly don't play a lot, and we're gonna give you some lightweights to smack around Tekken. And it's like, oh, thank you, game. I'll take that and get a 15 kill streak and a 10 kill streak in the same match. Thanks for that. That was fun. I enjoyed it. But then, yeah, I did really terrible today before the podcast, where I was like 4 straight, and I had 5 medallions. So I'd like to get a win and then not waste my time getting that win, and then get to rank 5, even though I need to. It just like, it's gonna bug me if like I didn't get to rank 5. Oh, and then I did want to, like, at least get one more gunsmith weapon from the gunsmith on all my characters, since he was, like, my bro at some points, and would give me, like, some really sweet gear. So, we'll see what happens, if he gives me some sweet stuff. If not, it's whatever. We'll see if he makes it into Destiny 2 and doesn't die, ho-ho. If not, whatever, I guess, that's where my guardians will be holed up when the Cabal come in to raid the tower. It's like, alright, guys, guns everywhere from the gunsmith, just shoot them until they run out of ammo. Hold the line.
What?
Wow, I can't even think of the floaty thingy above the tower. The Traveler! For the Traveler! And then, like,
No, he's evil. You can't do it for him. No.
But we don't know the RPG. We don't know that yet.
I know it, though. I know it. You just don't listen. You just don't listen.
And then the only other thing I played was Mass Effect, but I was only playing it because the update was out, and then I logged in to do something. I ended up playing because I was playing it while I was doing something on the computer. Oh, it's whatever. It wasn't anything important. I was just like messing with the strike teams and stuff because I have like 6 now. But they added a bunch of stuff to the store. Well, not a bunch of stuff, but they added some stuff that like. I mean, I don't want to say it should have been there since the beginning, but it's like nice that they added. It's like what an oversight. The XP boosters of like, geez, because it's so effing. Such a pain to grind up levels. It's like I haven't even like grinded in the game. So I'm kind of like refusing. I mean, I'm not refusing, but it's like the time I have, I'm not spending doing BS stuff in games. So it's like it's on my list of things to do. I haven't got around to because it's like I'd rather do other things or clean my apartment, which I'm slowly doing too. So there's and it's just a nice incentive to finally have some sweet thingies that'll get you more XP more faster to get you to 20, which takes like an entire day, which is another reason I haven't effing done that, because there's so many characters and to get there it's like it's just like so off-putting, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But I did that, and then or I looked at the thingy and my strike teams, and they also like did something with the equipment for the strike teams, so I'm gonna like try to get some like super awesome strike teams that go in, and just like the ones that don't make the cut, retire them. And I was doing something in the single player, and I got one of the side quests done. But like I'm still at 98%, and it said it had like fixed one of the side quests, but then it wasn't in my quest log, and I was like, whatever. And then I was just playing while I was doing something on the computer, and I was like, whatever. And then got it done, and I was like, okay, let me check my percentage. Still 98%. So yeah, that's. I just annoyed by the needle in the haystack side quest in that game. Of like, it's a thingy, but
did you get the message where you get stuck in the sand?
I did not get that one. No.
No. Okay. Because I got that one. There's random side quests that just appear.
You get stuck in the sand?
Yeah, this guy disables your what's it called? Nomad? He disables the nomad. It's like, oh, come here, I'll fix it for you. Then he tries to like bamboozle you out of like money and shit. And then you just kill him.
That's very nice. That's very nice at all.
But it's a side. It's not a side quest, but a task, whatever they're called.
Was it on Eladin?
Yeah.
I got something on Eladin.
You see, like,
that wasn't
you
that
see
one,
that
but it was something similar, but it wasn't exactly that one. It was
do you see like that?
Else.
Oh, do you see that like the thing that's like jumping out of the sand and shit?
Yeah.
It's around there. Yeah.
Maybe I did, and I just don't remember because there's so effing many. But just like it's so annoying that there's like so many tasks where it's like, okay, here's a thing, here's a description, but we're not going to show where it's at on the map. It's like, dude, these environments are so huge. How am I supposed to find this? Because the one I was doing, the one I did while I was like watching a YouTube video or whatever, was like the Havaro one where you have to like find the relics of some remnant crap that's like around the planet somewhere, and they're just sprinkled all throughout. And I was just canvassing the map, just like, I was like, okay, let me just start here and then hug the wall around every inch of the map, and then like they were popping up around the vaults. So I was like, oh, it must be around remnant areas, and then I found them faster. But yeah,
they're on the map, right?
No, they're not. The thingies that you have to find are on the map, but like the vaults and crap are. But it's like, dude, that doesn't help. So I'd rather just like have it say, go here, get the thing, and then go there and get the thing, and be like, alright, I found it, yay, and like not have any effort involved, because that's too much work. Yeah, that's I've been playing, I'm pretty sure, because I didn't play anything else on Vita because I wanted to play Final Fantasy VIII, but I did pick up Gyro on the Golden Week sale. That was like the only game I got. I like almost forgot, and I was like checking the games at like the last minute. I was like, it's $5. I better get it because it's cross-buy or cross-play or cross-buy. I was like, yeah, I got that. It's like $5. And then I haven't played any more Sleeping Dogs because there's DLC I gotta go back and play. But it's like, I'll come back in later because it's like it's seasonal stuff. So I'd like rather do it like when it's the season of the season. So actually, I might do the Chinese New Year one sooner since that one happened for like another year, and then the horror one around Halloween time. So. Oh, and I didn't play any Mortal Kombat because I'm kind of upset about that game. Because when I think at the game, it's just when I was streaming it, effing my recording crap like effed me, and then I have to restart, but I can't restart the stupid story mode. So it's like I have to play through it and then redo it. And I'm just gonna do it the old school way and like just record it one chapter at a time. And he's like, F it, here you go. And then play some XL, and then, yeah. Hopefully I'll be done before Tekken 7 gets here.
You won't be.
We'll see about that. It's like a month away. I have plenty of time.
No, you don't.
But yeah, that's what I'm playing. Do you want Gamer to go before your RPG? Because you like to go last.
I mean, there's not really much to report on my front. I've been primarily playing Persona 5, so, and since I'm like 97 hours in now,
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm on the final dungeon, because if not, then I'm probably never going to finish the game. So, I mean, yeah, it's still happening. Stuff is still going down. Life is going on for the kids, kind of, but then more twists happened and people died and all that fun stuff. So it's just another day in an SMT game. That's pretty much all I've been playing. So nothing exciting to report yet. But I think the Surge comes out next week. So
Besides,
Oh no.
the Surge.
you gonna say something, Gamer?
No. It's like Sega's really hard on that streaming thing for that game, or Atlas. Really bringing down the hammer for people that are streaming past a certain point of the game or something, and
Spoilers, man. Spoilers.
like we will come down on you. We will freaking like demolish your channel and ban you from ever streaming again. It's like holy shit. They're really
Spoilers.
they really love that ending, I guess.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
So,
Don't spoil the game for other people, man. Don't spoil it for other people.
Was it worth the wait? Like, have you, from what you've played so far, was it like worth like waiting for like how long?
Of course it was. What kind of silly question is that?
When was it? When was it announced? By the way, do you remember?
Like in 2013 or something, because they initially like gave it a 2014 release date, but then it kept getting delayed. So
That's cool. Yeah, my copy's still shrink wrapped.
good job, gamer.
But I was like, that's good. I'm okay. Yeah, all I've been playing is old games.
Why, gamer? Why would you play
My
old games
backlog has gotten so huge.
when there's so many new games that
I
can
had
be played?
I had to go back. Yeah, you would think, oh, gamers played Prey and all the new games. No, no. My backlog has gotten so too big. I've just been wasting money.
sounds like
Good
Gamer.
job.
So I went back and played Last Guardian, and I freaking like beat it in the 2 days when I picked it up back again. It was really good.
What's the ending like? What happens at the end?
The animation for that cat bird thingy is straight up amazing, man.
The catbird thing, he died at the end. Does he die?
Technically,
Does he?
Yes.
Does he turn into like some kind of Colossus, and then it turns out it's a prequel to Shadow of the Colossus, which is a prequel to Ico, which is a prequel to something else?
I wish.
All of the prequels. All of the prequels.
So is Last Guardian not that long since in my backlog too? So it would be a nice palate cleanser.
I don't know. I was just like enthralled with the experience. I was like, I like popped it in, and then like, by the time I knew it, I was like fucking done with the game.
What?
It was so good. It was like, it was so good. It was so good.
It was so good, guys.
The only thing that was annoying is like they always had this mechanic in. They had that mechanic in Ico where the enemies would grab Yorda, and they would drag her back to the portal.
Yeah.
Here, you are Yorda, where the enemies are trying to grab you and they're trying to bring you to this door, and then it's game over. But like when they grab you,
Gamer? What's behind the door?
your death. when they grab you.
That's
Also, it's a really the part of the ending is like really dark and like what they do with these kids, man. It's crazy. But when they grab you, like all these symbols appear on the screen, and you're supposed to mash on the controller to get rid of all the symbols, and then you're able to like get free for a moment. And then like it's like super like irritating because like some parts of the game like there's like 3 or 4 of them chasing you while you're trying to do an objective, and it's just like complete chaos.
Can he not fight back at all? Does the giant catbird griffin dog thing
He
have
can,
to?
but at those moments, the catbird is like hindered by like some sort of obstruction, so he can't really help you. Like for example, like you have to like pull on a chain to open the grate that he's behind, so he could help you because he's the only one who could damage or kill the enemies. So you're pulling on this chain while these 3 or 4 guys are trying to chase you and grab you. You're pulling it, and then the thing's going up, slowly going up, and they're like, "Oh my god, fucking save me, Trico, save me!"
What does he do? What does he do to attack them? Is it just like
He just
swipes
paws
them?
at them. Yeah, he swipes them.
Well, why can't the boy do that? I mean, he can just swipe at him too.
It's kind of weird. I think I forgot like a step or two because it's been a while since I played it. But after I beat the game, I looked at the trophy list and I was like, "Oh, you could remove the heads of your captors." I'm like, "What? You could do that? Oh, you could throw pots at them." I was like, "What pots are you talking about? I see no pots. There's no rocks." You're supposed to throw pots and rocks at them, supposedly to like thwart them so that they would like slow down. Like I didn't see any of that shit. Like I don't know. Maybe I wasn't looking.
Although knowing him, since he's a little boy, he probably throws like one, so it would be very probably difficult and or pointless to attempt to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Probably just easier just letting the giant catbird thingy do all the dirty work.
And
Which
man,
also I'm pretty sure that thing needs an official name because giant catbird thingy is really not.
it's a
rolling off
Trico.
its-
He calls it Toriko. I don't know how they pronounce it in Japan, so maybe that's how they pronounce Trico, but I don't know. Toriko, Toriko. Like the thing is like,
How did they meet? Did he just like find it by accident one day? Did he fall into a temple and then the thingy said, "Hey, let's be besties," and he was like, "Okay," and then they started going through the temple. Were they destined to meet? Are they
From
fated?
I think they're destined because like from what I remember months ago, I don't know if this is true anymore. The how you meet is he throws you up because
Out
he
of
throws
his stomach?
out of his mouth. Yes, because something happens and then like you actually come out of his mouth and you're still alive, and that's where you meet him.
I don't think that's what happens in game.
And you're gonna let that thing be your friend?
I just played it, Tekken. That's what happened.
Not the beginning.
No,
when you first
not beginning,
meet.
but like yeah, when you
Oh,
first
it
meet.
has like a flashback sequence or something.
I don't remember. All I know is, man, you become best friends with this fucking thing, and it's amazing. Like as soon as the story progresses, like you get to be more advanced with his like movements. Like you could tell him where to go because like at the beginning, it's like go here, go here. It's like, no. It's like, god damn it, just go here, just go there. But later on, you get to tell him of where you're, depending on where your camera's positioned, you could tell him to go up, to go down, to go left, or to go right. But it's sort of like annoying at sometimes the same system where you want to go up, and you're pointing the camera straight up at a hole in the wall, and he doesn't want to go. Instead, he just like turns around and goes back down again. It's like, oh Jesus
What
Christ!
a jerk face.
This thing is stupid.
Can you not give him like treats or something to make him listen?
You can. There's a gameplay element where there's barrels scattered all around the world, and you feed it to him, and his horns grow as you feed more to him. Kind of weird.
Oh my. What does his horns do?
Nothing. They only do shit when there's like these there's like several cages throughout the entire game, and it just makes him go nuts. He just goes berserk, and he's trying to eat you. And the thing is, you have to let him eat you. That's part of the game.
What?
'Cause I tried running around. Like the first time you encounter one of these cages, it's like an echo chamber thing or some sort of like resonance chamber that activates his horns, and he goes like fucking nuts, right? His eyes go like flashes of light and shit, and like you're running around. I'm like running around, like dodging his like fucking like leaps of like he just wants to fucking tear me apart. I'm like, what the hell? And then like I'm running around for like 10, 15 minutes. Like, what am I supposed to be doing here? There's like no gameplay. I'm not supposed to jump anywhere or anything. So it's like I just stood there. And it's like, fuck it, just eat me, just eat me. And then like cutscene plays. I'm like, oh, so that's what's supposed to happen.
Why would you want him to eat you? Of course you would run from it. That's counterintuitive. Like, oh, let my little get swallowed real quick.
It's different, right? Because like you think you're supposed to be doing something to get him out of this berserk state, but then it's really you just have to have him just eat you up.
But why?
Then a cutscene plays, and then he spits you out back out again. Or you wake up like on like just like wake up next to him, and he's sleeping. It's like that's kind of interesting.
Where's the purpose, gamer? Where's the purpose?
But
Why is he berserk? Why is he eating you? What is happening? What is going on?
But he's being controlled by like this force thing that you only barely see in the game. But yeah, man, the game was it was definitely worth the 10 years we've been waiting for the game. So
Was it though? Was it?
oh yeah.
Was it?
Like the last part, I don't think they were able to do it on PS3. No fucking way.
Why?
If you're running at like 1 frame per second or something, it was like intense. Yeah, I loved it. Thumbs up. Even though the trophies seem a pain in the ass to get. God. And then next is after I beat the game, I went straight to Metal Gear Solid 5, and I just beat it last night, 2 o'clock in the morning.
No.
I could see why people were pissed. Oh my god. Holy shit. If only we could spoil it. God damn. What an ending.
Game. I'm not gonna play it.
That
You're not
ending
gonna
was
And I think Tegan's already
fantastic.
finished
Wait,
it.
okay. Are
It
we
was
gonna
such a
spoil it?
mind F. We're not gonna spoil it.
Are we gonna spoil it?
We're not gonna spoil it.
Or not?
Spoil it.
Oh, okay.
Do it. Do it. I want to know.
See, to me, it's like cool though, because like I remember like when I first played, I was like, that ending was weird. There's something about it that was off, and then like you get to the end and it like does like a re thingy, and it's like I knew it. So that was like, I was like I felt completely vindicted.
Because
like,
it's a prequel to 4, isn't it?
it's not a prequel.
Yeah.
It's just
It explains why a certain character appears in 4.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do get the.
It explains his
yeah.
his
Which character?
him showing up. Let's just spoil it, because it's a really it's already been like how long? 2 years?
It's been a few years now. And I'm not
Spoiler,
gonna
listeners.
Spoiler
we're
alert
about
to anybody
to
who's
spoil the
playing
crap
Metal Gear
out
Solid
5,
4.
10 minutes.
of Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5.
Metal Gear Solid 5, the ending,
Do it.
you do not play as Big Boss. You've been playing as a soldier of
Outer Heaven.
Mother Base.
Yeah, Mother Base.
Other Heaven.
That had facial surgery to look like Boss.
That
to
had
throw
facial
off the
surgery
enemies.
And mind
That was
control
so awesome.
to think that he is Big
Yeah,
Boss.
they did to look what Ocelot to
Yes.
you in this game. And it was like, oh, that was effing incredible. It's just like, oh, that was just, oh, it was great. It was great.
So this whole
The
time
liquid
was a
Ocelot
lie?
thing of like why he is the way he is and like thinks he is like all the things in 4, and it's just like, oh.
Why Liquid? Yeah, why also thinks he's Liquid, right? It's because of what they're doing to what they did to this soldier to think he's Big Boss.
And it
Oh,
also
no.
explains the part in 4 when like they destroy Big Boss's remains, but then he comes back and it's like, wait, if you destroyed his remains, but then it's like there were 2 Big Bosses. Ah, and it's like it's like
Considering all of the cloning and stuff that goes on, I mean,
That's why like the pre-release materials for this game was like, oh, there's 2 snakes. There's one Venom Snake, and then there's Punish Snake. Like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? And then you play the game like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. There's 2 snakes.
Yeah, except
because one guy thinks he is,
Yeah.
but he's not.
Yep.
And one guy actually is Big Boss.
And it's cool because like the way they do it is like the character that you make, that you customize is like the multiplayer character, and like that's who like you are in the single player, but you've just been surgically altered
just don't know.
and like
Yeah.
and mind controlled to think that you're Big Boss. And it's like, what? That was awesome. And like the part in Metal Solid 4 at
That
the
was weird. That was awesome. It was like he did another Raiden moment. It's like he's like, you're not playing as Solid Snake, or you're not playing as Big Boss. You're playing as this normal Joe Schmo
Just
who thinks
random
he is Big Boss. And the thing is, he has his voice, which I don't get. Like, how does he have his voice?
surgery,
Oh my god.
vocal modulators or something, magic. I don't know. Nano machines,
but yeah, that
nano
part.
machines.
And
It was
at the
a
end of Metal
Cleaned out.
Solid
clusterfuck. Oh my
4,
god.
when Big Boss strolls in with Zero, it's like, that's how. It's
Yeah.
like, you thought he was dead,
And
you
that
thought
and
they
that
destroyed
and
his
that
remains. Nope, he was
and that's why
behind
he
the
has
scenes
like
the
a
whole time.
and that's why he has a different face, because he got plastic surgery to hide his face when he went off, and that's why he looks different from Solid Snake in 4.
There's so many snakes. There's so many snakes.
And the thing is, like, what that whole thing with like because there's this kid in the game, Eli. It's like, then like everyone was like what do you call it? Saying, oh, that really looks like Liquid Snake, and then of course it is Liquid Snake. He's a fucking dick too. Jeez, he's like the. You ever see The Good Son, the movie with the That's Eli. That's Liquid Snake.
Uh,
So
Yeah.
many snakes. I can't keep up with who's the snake and who's the.
What a weird freaking game. My god. That second chapter was totally like just really badly paced. You have to just do a bunch of side ops to activate the missions. I'm like, oh my god.
yeah, that's what happened to me. Is like I was like just randomly doing a side mission and it like triggered the one of the Saranthalamphus or whatever how you say it, the Snuffleupagus mech. And then I was like, I didn't have a fast vehicle or creature, or not creature, but partner, because I think I had D-Dog, to get like in between, or like between the bases, so I got like a really bad score because my time was so low, or so high, and I was like, dang it. And so I had to like replay it later on, but it was like, the first time I played it, I was like, this is super slow because I don't have my horse. And I had D-Dog with me, and I had to like trek all the way in Afghanistan from like one side to like, of the map to like this facility, and then I had to fight it, and I was like, oh, come. And just, yeah, it was weird, but whatever. I still liked it. But then like the pacing is like super weird because like there's even like a prologue, or not like a prologue, but there's like a prologue for an act that doesn't appear in the game, where it has like a bunch of scenes of like in the next act, and then like the act isn't in the game because you have like this whole thing with like Liquid getting the mech, and that doesn't happen. So it's like they totally gutted it.
What are you talking about? Liquid does get the mech. They escape.
They do?
Yeah, he gets in the mech and then like he runs away. They come away from mother base with the mech, and all the children like go on a helicopter and steal a helicopter and go like just like
That's
escape.
not in the game though, gamer.
It's a cutscene.
It's a yeah, but you never get to play that part. You never get to play that part. It's just in a thingy of like coming next chapter or whatever, and then like it shows it, and it's like, but you never get to play it.
You think it's actual mission that you? Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I was like looking at it on YouTube, and like apparently it got like scrapped, so it was.
And it's like super weird. Like one of the characters in the game is Hal Emmerich's dad, and he's like really weird. Like he kills his I don't know if it's actually wife or girlfriend, who's the mother of Hal. He like sticks her in the AI pod from Peace Walker, and he just leaves her there and lets her die. I'm like, what the? That's weird. Like he actually had a relationship with Strangelove, who was in Peace Walker, but then she dies. So Hal is left with motherless, and then he goes off and gets into adopted by another family, and then he has sex with his stepmom, which in turn makes his stepsister go fucking nuts. Like, what a weird family.
Did you listen to any of the cassette tapes?
Probably like 80%. But
No.
I was like super bummed. I was like, oh my god, I have to listen to more tapes.
I thought that was cool though, like what they did as far as like the whole Zero storyline is like completely in the tapes of like how Zero, or like what happens to him, and like why he ends up, how he ends up the way he ends up in F4.
Oh, because of the parasite, the vocal parasite.
Yeah, and how he gets like pricked by the poison.
Yeah.
Poison.
That was cool.
It's so weird, like how the whole parasite thing came about. It's like this parasite only activates when you speak a certain language.
Yeah, that was a weird thing for the game.
Only Kojima and his writing staff could write something that ridiculous.
I thought it was like super interesting though, because like you could kind of like feel their disdain for, or like I guess like not particularly, but just like a certain disdain for just Western cultures. Because like there's a line in the game where it says like English being shoved down your throat or something.
Yeah, because like Skullface, he was raised to learn English, forcibly, because he was taken away from his home or something. Then he was forced to grow up just using English, and he just fucking hates it. He hates English, so he wants to destroy it off the face of the earth. And he's like, "What the hell is up with this kid, man?" Some crazy ass people in the game, man. And that they have another explanations where it's like the man on fire is actually
awesome.
Volgren.
That was
I mean,
awesome.
everyone said that because he looks exactly like him, but at least they confirmed that it's actually him. But he just became a lab rat for an experiment.
Yeah, and it like
And
it shows how the seeds were planted for Psycho Mantis. That's pretty cool.
that's him, right? That's like a
Yeah,
mantis.
that's Psycho Mantis. Yeah.
Psycho Mantis is in the game?
Yeah, and he has like red hair, which is weird.
Wait, how's that work though? Because
He's younger, much younger.
Much younger.
wait, when does
It takes
four
place-
or when does 5 take place?
1984.
Yeah,
Wait, so it's like so it's like not too long after 3 then.
it's a ways after 3.
It is 9 years. Oh wait, no, Peace Walker. Oh yeah, because Peace Walker is after 3, and then this Metal Gear 5 takes 9 years after the end of Peace Walker.
So it's like way before like 4 then is like what it is. So
Yeah.
because it's like
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I thought when I heard people saying it was a prequel, I thought it was like not too long before. I didn't realize it was like right after. I didn't realize it was after 3 in terms of time.
Because
I was like, that's
5 is before 1
a lot.
and 2.
Yeah, I was just about to say that would
Yeah.
be. Jeez.
And like during the end credits, it was like showing like the timeline as they usually do in the previous games. And like one of the things was like, oh, paramedic was killed at Shadow Moses. Like paramedic was in Shadow Moses. What? I completely forgot that entire thing. I know Signet was like the black
He was DARPA chief.
DARPA chief. Yeah, he was killed, and that's about it. I didn't know that paramedic was
I
actually
didn't know
there.
Paramedic got killed in Shadow Moses though.
It was in the credits, man. I swear to God.
Must have looked over it.
But yeah,
Nobody
I
ever
think-
liked
but
Paramedic anyway.
it's so weird that this game was made just to
Explain.
fill in the gap of why Big Boss is still alive in Metal Gear Solid 4. That was it. Like, I feel so like what do you call it? Betrayed, because I wasn't actually just playing. I was just playing as Big Boss and building my big ass mother base. I was playing as a fucking con man who thinks he is.
Window.
And I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Oh, in all fairness, it's not his fault. I mean, he was like mind raped and everything. I'm assuming to make him think he was a guy he really
Oh yeah,
wasn't.
the other thing is cool about it is that like since like Snake kills Big Boss when he goes to Outer Heaven or Zanzibar or whatever in
I mean, he kills the
Metal Gear,
fake
he,
Big Boss,
so he
right?
kills you in the future. Because like those like your remains that are getting destroyed in Metal Gear Solid 4. It's pretty cool.
It's a very confusing series, guys.
Like what I don't understand is like I thought from Big Boss's remains they got his DNA to make L'Enfant Terribles. That's what I remember, but I think they changed something. I don't know.
That might be the case, but then I'd have to replay MGS1
Because
to really talk about it.
because Eli was already alive for like 5-6 years. Liquid Snake was already alive in Africa, so I don't know. It's just like they totally
Cloning.
just like
Magic.
the series is finally dead. So thank God.
So you think?
It's just
Or
like
so-
down the rabbit hole. Like, do you thought it's like they're just magical people that has like special skills? Nope, nano machines.
Well, I told you when in doubt, nano machines.
But yeah,
Just the
I spent like 8 hours in MGS5, so I guess it was worth it.
Wait, but if it took place that early, where'd the super prosthetic hand thing come from? Isn't it like all cybernetic and stuff?
Sort of. I think he just positioned it in certain ways so that he actually can do stuff with it.
No.
I mean, you never know. They could build a freaking robot with that's like they can go on its legs and shit.
Yeah, it's like the technology is a bit advanced for those time periods. Like the Metal Gear
Like, it's pretty
beyond
funny.
that.
Like, Code Talker, he's like this Native American scientist. Like, he dresses up in the like whole Native American garb, but then he's like a scientist with like all this knowledge of what to do. It's like, oh, I took cells from uh, the character The End, and then he uses it to create the skulls. Like, what the fuck is this shit? It's weird. Game was weird. Gameplay is the best ever, but man, the game was just totally weird. And how it was made. The whole like structure of like when you start the mission or start the episode is like, oh, starring
Yeah.
Punish Snake.
Me and Tom were talking about it. Like, it feels like it might have like at one point been maybe going to be episodic, but then they probably scrapped that idea and they just like kept
Yeah.
that stuff in there.
I don't know why they kept it because it gets so weird. It's like, and after you finish the mission, it's like, oh, here's end credits of who's in it, and then oh, Kojima Productions, and then blah 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 Konami, and then it goes straight to a cutscene. Like, it's super weird. I know.
I thought, yeah, but the presentation is like just awesome. 'Cause there's that one scene where you have to like sneak all the way up to the whatever, but you don't actually fight anything. You get to the inn and then you just like ride back down in the jeep with Skullface, and you just talk the entire time. It's like, what? That was awesome though.
Or he talks because Kiefer
Oh,
Sutherland,
that's right. You're just silent.
for some reason, is completely silent during that scene. He doesn't even talk back. He's like standing there taking it like a bitch.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Maybe there were reasons, Gamer. Maybe there were reasons.
Because he talks a lot, though, Kiefer Sutherland. Like, in the cassette tapes, he talks a lot. Just not in the game.
Yeah, that's weird too. Like in the tapes, you talk a lot, but then in the game, not so much.
Maybe it was to keep the twist intact.
Possibly.
That's
Wait.
also why they changed the voice actor, because they were like, haha, he's not really him. Ooh, ha ha ha. It was all a ruse.
Yeah. Spoiler done. Crazy ass spoiler, but. Yeah. It'll be Death Stranding next, so we'll see what craziness will be there.
And people say Kingdom Hearts has a weird story. Please. There's none of that nonsense going on. None of that nonsense. Possibly.
But yeah, that's it.
Death Stranding. Yeah, that's going to be a weird series. With teleporting babies and
Squid tanks.
ooze
Octopus tanks.
and stuff. Yeah, it's going to get weird. It's going to get weird, guys. And then we're going to find out that was a prequel to like all of the Metal Gear games. Taking place in the distant past. It's some magical civilization that had ancient technology that was lost and then recovered later on to make the Metal Gears. And that's why technology was so advanced for the time.
Okay, so yeah, middle segment. So you're doing talking about what you've been playing RPG too.
Yeah, I only played the one game.
Okay. See, yeah, Dagger 32 was all like, talk about Nier Automata, guys. So
I said no.
RPG said no. But since we don't really have a consensus on the thingy that we're going to talk about, we'll just talk about Nier Automata. So, you know,
How about the soundtrack?
make that one person happy. Soundtrack is awesome.
Why? Why would we do that? What were we even talking about?
Stuff. Things and stuff.
How it's awesome, but has some flaws, like open world doesn't really.
I don't know
Work.
how I feel about open worlds.
It's
in
doesn't work.
general.
It is a bit,
Part
it is a
of
bit
that.
hollow outside of the main thrust of the story and stuff.
Yeah.
With all the
I
side
don't like
stuff.
open world games.
I mean, even though some of them are kind of entertaining or funny, like the weird Shakespeare play, that's completely different.
Oh, the Romeo and Juliet.
But that only happens like the second time you play through that thing.
Oh, good point. Or the where do the babies come from?
Yeah.
They come out of robots or in the shape of eggs.
That is not how that works, RPG.
Well, it does in Near Automata because it happened. It happened. Y'all saw it. A human came out of an egg shape of robot clusters, and yeah, pretty sure that's how babies are made.
When did that happen? Egg-shaped
Like
robot clusters?
like early in the game. Remember when it's like where you go down into that crumbling structure thingy, and then there's like all the robots, and they're like, we're all crazy, and then
Oh
they
yeah,
all
Oh,
yeah.
they're all
all in
pumping and
there,
having sex. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, a human-like
Yeah, Adam or
thing
Eve,
comes out
whichever
of the
one.
giant
Yeah.
thing, and you fight him as he levels up because apparently he grows up very quickly because magic and also robotics, I guess, because the future. So I'm assuming that's how babies are made. Out of robot clusters. Because, yes, magic. Magic, guys.
Yeah, I only beat it once. I still have to go and back and get the other endings. So
All 26 of them, because that noise.
Did you finish it at all, RPG?
Nope.
Mm.
Because other
it's
stuff came.
it's actually pretty short.
It
I
is.
figured it
Actually.
was, but I was like, eventually. Because then Persona 5 happened. And I was like, well,
Wow.
everything's going to have to wait because Persona 5. So,
Yeah, I thought having Platinum develop it didn't really do much in terms of making the game. I mean, it made the combat like
the
better,
combat
but
is a lot smoother
it's
than the original Nier.
yeah,
So,
much smoother. But it's
yeah.
like it's not really like Platinum tier, like Bayonetta ish type of
That's
combat.
because the Nier series doesn't have witches and
No, I mean
magic.
like the
So they
the
can't do
smoothness of the
weird stuff.
combat. It's not as smooth as that game's combat for sure. It's more like their B tier platinum combat where they're like, oh, there's bullet time or not bullet time, but witch time when you dodge. There's like their standard platinum combat things. I know it wasn't. I think platinum didn't really add much to the game. It was pure Yoko Taro. So
I think they were there just for the combat,
Yeah.
really.
They made the combat
Design,
not be terrible.
the direction, to keep it all nice and fast paced
Nice and
and
smooth.
crazy banana pants
And Japanesey.
and Japanesey. It has to be Japanesey
Because there's
otherwise.
like so many parts where it goes over 9,000. It's like, wow. It's like you think it's not gonna top that, and then it keeps topping the notch, and it's like, whoa, can it go even more cuckoo? And it can go more cuckoo, and it does. And it's like, wow,
Yeah.
it's a kaiju fight. What? That was awesome.
Kaiju.
Or like we're fighting in a tornado. What? Or yeah, some 2v2 even better than RE. Resident Evil 5 does it. It's like, what? No way. Yes way.
2v2. There was that fight with the two thingies that I kept losing, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most annoying thing ever. And then I was like, okay, I need to figure out a more practical way to approach this because it's like they do that whole. It's like the side scrolling, I guess, technically, because it's on the plane when you fight the two guys down in the ship thing with the aliens or whatever.
oh, okay.
And the guy comes and he's like talking to you. He's like, "Oh, we should band together and
Yeah,
get rid of
that one. That's what I
humanity."
was talking about.
And then just like, "Oh, hey, let's switch this to a 2v2 fight." And then he kept cheating, and I was like, "Sir, I don't have superpowers. This is not a fair fight." So yeah, that was super fun. And then eventually I got pissed. So then that's how I beat it. My anger fighting is how I beat things. It's like, okay, now I'm irritated. So I beat him eventually, kind of. But yeah, that was annoying. That was an annoying fight. So I just, man, it was kind of fun at the same time because it's not like your normal kind of stuff things.
I do like the variety in the game, like the whole like,
Yeah.
oh, it's now a shooter. And that's like it just changes up things, you know, that some get tedious and monotonous.
And then the hacking was awesome because it's like it changes the music too on top of changing the gameplay, and it's seamless. And it's like wow, that was really good. And it's still like over 1 million units, right?
I think so.
So
Yeah,
will we
they were
maybe be getting
so.
another one? Huh?
I mean, it depends on how those endings went. All 26 of them, because it's possible. Because I mean, I think Automata takes place like what thousands of years or something after the original, or some nonsense like that. So
Maybe. I mean, there are some like reoccurring characters from
yeah,
the
but
other
that's
life.
probably because the way Nier worked with the whole souls and
Yeah,
replicant nonsense, then it's like probably how they ended up. It's just that's another weird series of I don't know. Japan is just weird. It's just weird. Like they're just like, you know what?
There's a lot of weird
We're
Japan
gonna
stuff in it.
string we're gonna string together the most random nonsense for a story, and we're gonna run with it, and we're gonna just go all in because this is happening. This is happening. The next thing you know, time travel somehow gets involved. Souls getting displaced. All kinds of super technology that's basically magic and everything. It's just like yeah. When Japanese developers go in on something, they go all in. They go all in. They're just like I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm running with this. It's happening. We're doing it. We're doing it. So, and we're gonna make a bunch of sequels that make just as little sense as the originals because reasons, and it happens. It
I do
happens.
wonder if because this sold really well, I wonder if it's gonna lose its charm when it gets a bigger budget.
Once it eventually turned into the yearly model type thing,
Yeah.
because it's inevitable. Once a game gets popular and they're just like, hey, let's crank them out now. It's gonna.
Or I wonder if they're just gonna like remake Nier because no one bought Nier, so they're just gonna remake it with actually better combat, and just like re-release it for
Like
current
revamp it
gen
somehow.
consoles.
Mm.
So play the game that actually prompted this entire craziness. Well, along with Dragon Guard, but Dragon Guard is kind of like maybe not.
I haven't played Dragon Guard, so I don't know. But I know Nier is like a spin-off
I was about to
from
say I
it
thought
somehow,
Nier's just a
like
spin-off.
Yeah, Nier's a spin-off.
tangentially, kind of anyway. Once again,
But then
weirdness.
on
Weirdness.
Nier, wasn't it like one like the protagonist was different on 360 and PS3 depending on which version you played?
It was
No,
no, it was
they were
different from
different in
Japan.
Japan and America.
Oh.
It was a
Because
brother and sister
and then it's a dad and
daughter.
daughter in America. Because I guess they said they didn't think that the younger protagonist would translate well or something,
Yeah,
or like people can relate or whatever, so they made him a pops in America and kept him a bro in Japan, Nuka. So, so it only slightly changed the dynamic. Because I mean, either way, they're both still trying to protect this girl with her mysterious disease, which isn't really a disease. It's just weird magic technology stuff going on. Because once again, Japan. So, it's yeah, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And then it's going to turn out that Nier is like a prequel to Death Stranding because, you know, everything, everything, guys, everything. Time travel, magic, science, it all comes together. It all comes together, and it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
Actually, since you got to like the alien part RPG, I thought that was like a really good twist of like the aliens are dead. Why are we even fighting when
Like,
we get to that part?
like they were dead all along. It's
Yeah,
true because it's
it's like
like the
they've been
whole
dead this
point
whole
of
time.
the whole point of that the android initiative was like, well, you're supposed to be fighting off this invasion, but it's like about that.
it's like are they just fighting like random strains
That
of like just bad robots? I
basically
guess.
yes, basically yes, because it's just like, well, the people who were controlling them were long gone, and apparently happened since like a long, long time because they're like, oh yeah, we basically killed them at the beginning. Don't even know why you guys still thought you were fighting them. Don't even know. So yeah, that was. It's like, huh. Well, what was the point of all of this then? What was even the point? So, yeah. It turns out you were the aliens all along.
But it is pretty funny that it took so long. Uh, from the aliens being dead that the robots they made actually got so far advanced to make other robots
Yeah.
like Adam
Yeah.
and Eve that are super sophisticated and kind of crazy, but like it got that far from where
Because
they initially
because
went in for.
because they have been fighting the aliens for like hundreds of years at that
Oh
point.
yeah, has to
Nonsense
be.
like that. They're just like, so you guys didn't think to investigate this sooner? Because it's like, because apparently they had been dead for like almost as long as you knew about the invasion. So yeah, yeah. Good job on that one, Earth. Good job on that one. But then again, it's humanity we're talking about, so we're always a little slow on the uptake until it's too late. Till it's too late. So who knows? Who knows? But I'm not a fan of open world games. Because I think I was actually going to rant about that when we were talking about Horizon not too long
But
ago.
didn't you like?
Because
But didn't you like 15 and wasn't that open world?
I did not like the fact that it was open world, though.
No,
Ew.
15. Wait, I said.
I'm
Wait,
pretty sure
I said
that
open world that was kind of shit, right? Did I say that
Yeah,
when I was on here?
I
I
think you
think
did.
so, gamer.
And then
You said
I
a lot of
mentioned
not good
how
things about that game.
necessary it was.
Because there's like nothing to do. That's what I said.
Because there was no point to it being open world. So that's why my thing is like, I mean, I don't like open world games in general, but it's always, I just, I don't think games should, because it seems like it's becoming a trend though, which is a problem. Because I
Oh,
think,
it's becoming a trend, all right.
just like even the next Dynasty Warrior games
Yeah, I
apparently is
saw
going to be
that. I was like,
like, what?
what?
What
How
is
does
even
that
the
even
purpose of
work?
this? Like,
You
so
just
it's
Like
like,
go parts of the map
Zelda's
and break
already
stuff.
Zelda's already open world. Like what else is next? Like Resident Evil, it's gonna be open world.
oh, can you imagine? I just don't understand I don't understand
The
the
obsession.
appeal. Like like just tell your story and do it. Don't just give me a giant world to run around and just give me inane things to do just for the sake of doing it. It's like I don't want to have to collect 20 zombie heads for a golden bullet or whatever nonsense you're going to try to fill up just because you want to have an open world. And this is the reason why I don't like any of the Elder Scrolls or any Bethesda game that I've played because it's just like I get to a certain point where it's just like, why am I doing this? And if I have to ask myself why I'm doing something in your game, I'm not gonna like it. So it's just like, don't do it. So it's like anytime I play Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and it's just like I'll get to a point where I'm just like, okay, well, first of all, what was I even doing in the first place that led me to this point? Because it's like I started off trying to, because I remember like playing Fallout, and it's like I did like the first two story missions or whatever. Next thing you know, I'm like killing fire ants in a city or something. I'm like, what is even? How did I get here? How did I get here? So it's just I don't like getting sidetracked so much because it's like I feel like developers are trying to hide something when they do stuff like that because it's like, are you trying to hide the fact that you don't have much substance in your game or that you couldn't think of any like satisfying story elements or something to
Mm,
portray, or it's like you just had to pad out your game, or it's like what are you trying to hide here? What are we doing? So I just don't like it. I mean, Horizon's one of those rare occasions where it's like it's kind of like it plays into the game itself because it's like you're kind of like a hunter kind of thing. So it's like you need the different climate or the different ecosystems. Something I don't know. Either way, you need like the different
Environments.
areas. Like
well, Horizon did
hunting.
it differently because like you went from like the bottom right of the map, and then as you progress through the game, you get further and further out. Most open world games, like everything's available from the start, and then like you're like, okay, so I can just go anywhere, anything.
Yeah, Horizon, it's like you're in Nora Village for the first long while, and then you get exiled,
They
and
find
then,
you free.
or they make you a seer, and it's like, I have to go out into the world to see what happened with the machines and how this all came to be. Time to go adventure. Woo!
And that was the thing. That was the problem with MGS5, where it's like they made a world, a very barren world, and then they just planted the game on top of it, rather than make better experiences like Ground Zeroes, where that was a tight, contained map, and like, you could do a lot of things within that small map. But here, like when they have just the normal missions are just like, oh, go to this place and just infiltrate it, and then like it's just like a thing out in the open, like with like no cover or anything. It's like it's just there, just a small base, some tents. It's like this is really unattractive gameplay wise. Like,
And that's
what am I
another thing
supposed to do
too.
here?
Traveling. I do not like traveling in open world games because it's so tedious. It's just so tedious because it's like you have to go from one place to another just to unlock like the fast travel to it. So it's just like you're just running, and it's like sure, it looks everything looks pretty the first 5 minutes, but then it's like okay, I've been running across this plane for like 20 minutes now. I kind of just want to be where I need to be so I can get the next mission going because it's like I don't find it fun to just be traveling from point A to point B for like ever just for the sake of showing me how big your world is when there's nothing in said world.
Yeah,
So
but some
it's like
people like the exploration aspect of like, oh, I can go wherever and
no,
look at the things and look
no,
how big
Tekken,
it is and take
no,
in the views.
I don't wanna.
You see that mountain RPG? You can go there.
I don't care. I don't care unless
Yeah,
that
that's the
mountain
whole
plays
thing
into the
about
story
Breath
where
of the Wild is
like
like, oh, you see that? You can go there and climb it with your climb gauge if it's
unless
leveled
it's
up enough.
gonna let me present a lion cub to a Serengeti full of animals, I don't care about the so I don't. You can take your mountain and shove it right up your happy hole because I don't want it. I don't want it because they even tried that crap with the Assassin's Creed series where it's like, oh yeah, you see that tower in the distance, you can go to it. Oh, you also have to climb it because you have to do that 60,000 times until you've unlocked all of the drops in the map. Because fun times are happening, guys. Fun times, and let's give our game a 10 out of 10 because everyone loves tediously climbing up the same buildings 50 bajillion times to unlock the map. Because yes, fun times. I did not like Assassin's Creed, by the way. The first game was awful. I don't care what anybody says. So, of
I disagree.
course you do, because you don't understand quality. 2 was better, but the first one was awful. And I just... I'm so glad I abandoned that series eventually, because I wised up and I was like, okay, I should know better. What am I doing? And then 3 came along and I was like, oh, maybe this will be fun. It wasn't. But the naval battles were fun, so that was like, oh, maybe I should get 4. But I was like, no, no, no. I already learned my lesson. We do not do this. We do not think something's going to be fun and then play it because then it's probably not going to be fun. Although I heard 4 was actually pretty good, so it was just all naval
Yeah,
battles,
it was
basically.
Pirates on a Ship, which was the
So
best
it's
part
like,
of 3.
I probably should have played it, but it's too late. The series had been ruined for me, especially after the whole ending of that one when they're just like, hey, we're just going to kill off the main character because reasons. I'm sure you were playing for this guy for like 7 games, but it's cool. It's cool. It all makes sense to no one ever.
Do you think Andromeda's open world hindered that game a bit?
No, I think it made it
Is
better
Andromeda open
because it
world?
was so well
There's like
implemented.
there's like what 3, 4 open worlds in the game.
Hub Worlds, Gamer, Hub Worlds.
Are they called hub worlds?
That's what I call them because that's what they were in the past, and they're the same thing now. They're just actually explorable and go out and do thingable. You don't just, it's not just like, Pharaohs, where it's like, oh, let me just look in these tunnels for some geth. Oh, I'm in the tunnel shooting geth. I gotta go to the NG whatever corporation HQ and find that Elizabeth lady. Oh, hey, Elizabeth. Oh, we found her. Oh, we're coming back now. Oh, there's more geth. Oh, let's shoot the geth. Oh, there's these.
There were a lot of geth.
These.
I
husks.
just I just didn't like the whole like outpost like look. It's like it felt so generic. I wish there was like cities I could like roam in.
Wookiemer, they're colonists, okay? They're not like they don't just like show up with like pre-built cities. That's not how that works. Okay, you
It
can't.
was like
It's not called colonists, they're called invaders. It's not.
It's like you meet Dangara, and like the only city you're able to go in is like something that's like perched upon on top of a mountain, on the side of a mountain. It's just like villas and shit. Like that is this the city that they live in? Like this little thing.
If you can bother looking at the planet or reading any of the codex, you would see that they're so embattled with the Ket. That's like one of their few safe havens, and all the other places are like scorched earth on map or scorched earth on a planet because they're all battles.
Like I want to see how do they go to the bathroom? Where do they? How do they sleep?
Oh my.
Because like it's weird. Like you go to a different like freaking universe, and all of a sudden they still have stair steps. Like really? Across the universe, everyone uses stair steps.
I mean,
It's called Architecture Gamer.
it's not like It's not like they have a patent on, or they have like a unique patent on stairs, gamer. I mean,
They're also bipedal just like humans, so it's like it makes
maybe they
sense.
all just thought, hey, this seems like a good idea to have these things one in front of the other that go up, so that way we could get to higher places. They're like, you're a genius. Give this man $1 million, and then that's how commerce was born. So, magic and
Like
science.
the only thing I found fascinating about that race was like they made everything into a paste and they just ate that. That was like the coolest thing. It's like that's alien to me. It's that they get everything they can and then just like mash it up into like a liquid puree, and they just eat that. That was the only alien thing I found about that Ngara.
What about their electrical properties?
Oh yeah, well that too, but whatever.
Or the fact that they have like such large families.
Also magic.
Like how do they make love? Like how do they do these things? Do they drive cars? Like I don't know.
They drive cars.
Do they have? Do they have?
Awesome.
Like I didn't see any pets. In not Havaro, Aya, whatever that city. Like, do they have any pets? Do they fish or anything? I don't know. How does it work here? It's supposed to be a different universe. Like it's supposed to be drastically different. But yeah, I think I'm just expecting much because like since we went to a different galaxy, it's like I wish for entirely different things or other than a forest planet, a desert planet. It's like an ice planet. Like oh my god, give me a break.
Yeah, get ready to know what you're expecting. So
Some creativity.
Well, Kia Tessera or whatever was pretty awesome. Cybertron, and then effing Meridian was awesome.
Transformers,
Except for the fact that it was
robots.
like totally, oh, this is awesome, but we're going to hold this off for DLC. Clearly, you can tell because you can totally see it on your way here and when you get here. But after you save it, it's like, oh, sorry, dudes, the hole in the thingy, but we can't let you explore it yet because come back for the DLC. You can even see like architects in the thingy when you go in there. They're just like flying around, not being evil. They're nice and peaceful this time. It's like what?
Mm-hmm.
Which means there's vaults inside.
Ooh, vaults. Those will never be
Yeah,
disappointing.
every time they said vault, I was like I couldn't stop thinking of
Borderlands,
Borderlands.
yeah, me too. I was like, I could be a
Everybody's a
vault hunter in
vault
this
hunter.
game.
You know there ain't no rest for the wicked.
But yeah, I don't know. I am getting a bit tired of open world. It's like honestly, like most of the games I've been playing like back to back was like open world after open world. Like oh geez, can we stop it now?
Are there any aspects of open world games that you do like RPG?
No. No, there is not. So I would really appreciate if people stop doing it. I really would appreciate if people stop doing it. At least in games that I am anticipating. You can keep it to yourself,
Oh, I
please.
imagine you don't have to worry about that because Japan likes to do their own thing. So
Thankfully. Thankfully. Although I think Valkyria Revolution is semi-open world, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see how that goes.
But isn't that not turn-based? It's all actiony or something?
It's like semi-action, it's like a weird battle system they have for that game now. Because they tried to make it more similar to Valkyria Chronicles, but at the same time slightly actiony. So it's kind of like the wait mode of Final Fantasy 15, kind of. It's like you can input your commands and stuff, but it's like everything is still happening, like in real time, kind of.
Oh,
It's going to be strange, to say the least. So we'll see how that goes. Because it comes out like next month or something like that. So, or is it July? It's soon. It's soon. So you can hear me complain about how terrible it is. Coming soon.
you played a demo for that, right?
There's a demo.
Ah, I thought you did. I thought you said something about you played the Valkyria something demo.
There's no
But
demo.
it was like a Japanese demo though.
Oh, then no, I haven't because it's like I haven't tried to download. I can't read Japanese gamers, so I can't actually download it without some type of instruction. So
Oh.
I don't accidentally buy something.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'll talk about it later, but I forgot to mention something.
Also, I don't think it allows you to download the Japanese demo. think I tried, and it was like, no, you cannot do this. And I was like, but I wanna. And it was like, no, you can't. I was like, fine. F you then. F you and the B. So.
Valkyrie Revolution comes out June 27th.
So it is next month. All right. So be prepared for that, guys. Be prepared for that. Because I'm probably going to be ranting a lot. Because instead of giving me a proper Valkyria Chronicle, since they refused to localize 3, they're like, we'll give you this instead. Are you happy now? And it's like, no, I'm in fact not happy.
Is Revolution developed by the same people who made Chronicles, or no?
Yes.
It is, okay.
Unfortunately for them. So. Yay.
Well, unlike Dr. Shelf L. Hater Pants, I love me some open world games, because, because ever since GTA 3, and I was playing it, and then you get into your car, and you're just driving, and the road goes on, and it keeps going, and it keeps going. It's like, oh man, I'm like driving, but it keeps going, and I'm in the world still, and doing things, and I can just go and do whatever, and it's like, oh man, it's so amazing, and I love it, the immersiveness. I just look off in the distance and like, oh man, look at the city, it's so big, and the buildings, and just appreciate the environment, and like, man, they did it, they made it, what a world they've made here. It's just admiring it in the production quality, and just, yeah. And then like the NPCs all walking around and talking, it's like, oh man, this is like a living, breathing city. It's almost like it's alive or living. It's great. It's amazing. I love it. And then yeah, the day-night cycle. It's like, oh man, it's nighttime. It's daytime. I feel like I spent however long in here. It's great. I don't ever want to leave. And then the weather's different sometimes. It's like it's raining, or it's not raining, or maybe it's like snowing, or storming, or windy, or whatever. And then current gen stuff is like, oh man, it does that. It's like, oh man, it looks so amazing. Like Microsoft 5, it's like a sandstorm or rain. It's like, oh man, it's so great. Just, I love it. And then like in those ones, you can like sneak around and just like grab people and do things to them, and they don't know you're there because of the rain and the sandstorm. It's like, ooh. It even increases my predatory stealth capabilities.
Wait, they can't see in the rain?
They can.
No, they can't hear you.
They can't hear you.
It obstructs their vision, and they can't hear you as good. Wasn't Arkham Knight? Arkham City and Arkham Knight are kind of open world too.
I think Arkham City was. Asylum was.
Asylum was
you're
more
on
like
a
Metroid.
Island.
Yeah.
So you're not so much, but City and Night, yeah, I like the whole just going through the city and beating up on dudes because they're doing bad things.
Yeah, I didn't like how empty they were though.
Are they doing bad things though? Because I mean, you're technically
City,
doing illegal
prison,
activities
so they
too.
deserve to be there. So yes, Arkham Knight.
Because I mean,
yes, also because of they are the Arkham Knight's forces that should not be there doing things.
Keep in mind, being a vigilante is also illegal. So, I mean, technically, you're doing bad things too, and you're also kind of insane because you're running around in a bat costume. So, just want to throw that out there before he starts throwing stones in glass houses.
You know,
insane person on in the asylum there.
I would rather be saved by the chaotic good forces than taken of advantage and exploited by the chaotic evil forces.
I'm just saying. Glass houses, man. Glass houses.
Though I think Arkham Knight probably... Well, I guess Arkham Origins is the one I'm thinking of, was the one that actually like utilized the open world the best, because it had all the stuff to do in it, of like, oh, there's a riot, and you could just hear stuff on the police thingy, like, as you're going by, and like, do I intervene? Or do I just let the city burn to hell? Whatever, it's Gotham, it sucks all the time. Some people just want to watch the world burn. And yeah, you could just do that. And then like the map had stuff, and it had the thingy, like RPG said, of like the towers to go to, and then once you got them, you could fast travel and be like, yay, I can use my bat plane to just drop in and not swing across the city 5,000 feet like in Arkham City to get where I'm going.
Bat plane, jeez. Talk about committing to a theme with that guy. I tell ya.
So yeah.
Although, why are his sidekicks like? Why are they birds? Because it's like that's not. And not even
It's
like
like
a bird of prey either.
there can only be
It's
one
like a
bat RPG.
songbird.
It's I guess it's a theme, you know, birds of something something, or
But
birds of a feather of
they're
justice
robins.
shall
They're like
not.
the least threatening birds ever. Like,
You want like an eagle as a
I mean,
sidekick?
Or a
it's like you need
falcon or
like some
something.
kind of type
Yeah.
of like predatory bird or something. Like, what is you? Might as well just been peacocks or something. Like, what's even the point? Like, it's like, hey, here's my sidekick. His theme, robins. It's like, I'm sorry, what? You said what? Raptors? What? No, I said robins. Like like the songbird? Yes, like the scary, intimidating songbird. Sir, I need you to leave. I need you to leave, sir.
Maybe that's why they're supposed to be peaceful birds, so they don't cause a commotion or something. I don't know.
But they fight alongside the crazy guy in the bat costume.
I don't know why names of that.
I don't I
Someone
don't know,
should look into
guys.
that.
I
Maybe
don't know.
maybe someone knows. 'Cause
It is weird that he's the only one in a bad costume. The other two are just like in regular, just costume get-ups, right? They're not wearing like a bird hat or something.
Yes. As a matter of fact, their costumes don't really have like anything bird related when you think about it.
Yeah.
So
So Batman's the only one that's crazy.
basically, yes. It's like, guys, we got these cool things going on. It's like, guys, just wear a regular costume. He won't know. It's fine. Just play along. Just play along. He's insane. Because I mean, I think once Tim became Red Robin, he like semi embraced the bird theme for his costume. But most part, the Robin costumes are all not bird themed at all. So, yeah. Batman's crazy. He belongs in the same prison he's throwing his enemies in. Because he's a little cuckoo banana pants.
That actually happens in the Telltale game, I think. Though I'm not sure if it happens every time, depending on your choices. So, since I only played it once.
It's a Telltale game, so it happens every time.
Oh, burn. Gamer 12.
Here's a back of the box quote for you.
Have you played any more of Walking Dead Season 3 at all?
No, like I said, it crashed, and that's when I started playing Last Guardian.
Oh, man.
I swear to God, the second episode was working fine, and this game it just crashed. I'm like, I was like 15 minutes. There was no checkpoint for those 15 minutes. I have to replay those 15 minutes just to get to the same point I just ended at. Like, whatever.
Is the season over yet?
No, they still have
One more episode.
one more.
Okay.
But like, the vibe, like no one's really talking about it. Like it's kind of crazy, like how far.
They've fallen.
Yeah,
It
pretty
could be
much.
because they kind of.
I think it's
Because if you're not playing as Clementine, it's like, yeah, I would say
nobody
it kind
cares
of
about
like
these new characters.
moves you from
it's
it.
just like whatever.
It's like you've been going with her for 2 seasons, and all of a sudden it's like, here's some random dude. It's kind of like Metal Gear Solid 2 all over again. It's like, LOLs, guys. LOL, there's a blonde guy, and he's naked, cartwheeling. You're welcome.
I still remember, like every time there's another episode in the forum I read, like the thread will always pop up again, as if it's like there's renewed interest when there's a new episode. But every time there's a new episode for this season, it's like it never even shows up ever again. It's like no one really actually cares anymore.
It's funny too because like the only time you get to do Clementine stuff is in like the flashback sequences, and like those are like the parts I care about the most. And it's like I don't really care about Javi and his drama at all. I'm just like, sorry, dude, but you're not her. And
Like you came in too late. Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry. I'm not invested in you.
and they totally tried to like manufacture a Eris moment in episode 4. If you've done the things that I did not do, and I was like, ooh, I'm glad I didn't do that, which I totally saw coming a mile away because I've talked about it before. And then, but I feel sorry for those people that did because, oof, man, they totally left you hanging in at the end of that episode of like what happened. and you don't know what happened. So it's like, oh man. But then
So wait, did Sephiroth come and stab somebody?
so
That's
stupid.
that's out of nowhere.
Not
He's just like, surprise,
exactly.
guys, you just got Final Fantasied. Mic drop. And then he just walks out. It's like, what just happened, guys? What just happened?
There's not that specific thing, but something happens to someone who you might have a love interest, but you don't know their fate, and it's like, ooh, up in the air, ooh, Telltale, still working, and it's a hard cut, so it's like, that's in the episode, it's like, oh, damn,
Aww.
so it's like, Telltale
I
still
love when they do cliffhangers like that.
working
Love
magic.
it.
So you have to wait another 3-4 months for the last
Well,
episode.
they've had like a new episode every month or every other month, so it shouldn't be that much
So
of a
probably
wait.
like next month will
'Cause if
be.
if it comes out before like June or July, that's like the first time they've done a full season of The Walking Dead in like 6-ish months in a like ever. Because like
Not over like a whole year, basically.
yeah, because usually it's like you're gonna be waiting a couple months between episodes, and it's gonna take an entire year because that's like 10 months. But this time they pumped 2 out, I think, in back-to-back months, and it started with 2 episodes with a season pass. So you're like good for the first 3 episodes. And then the 4th one came out, I think, like a month or 2 after the 3rd episode, so it's like not as bad as it usually is. So I'm really hoping they can get it in the six
It might be
to 7
because
month window.
they're trying to get along with the Guardians of the Galaxy one and everything, and they're trying to focus. So they're like, we need to get this out, guys. You don't have time to wait. So,
Yeah, yeah. I wonder what's their next after Walking Dead season 3.
I mean, The Wolf Among Us is probably due for its
It is
season
due,
2
dude.
now.
It is
So
effing
Have
it's
they
due.
have they announced any other series other than Guardians of the Galaxy? I thought that was their latest one, right?
I don't think they have, because that was their latest one. Was like they had the Marvel thing. They're just like, ooh, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? And it was like Guardians. And it's like what? And it wasn't even M-rated, but it was still good. So that's cool because it felt very Tales of Borderlandsy. So, but yeah, I would really hope that is their next one is Wolf Among Us, because man, I have been waiting for that one.
we're all fairy tales. What?
Big
The
B
twist.
come back soon enough.
The twist. Was she alive the entire time?
Do you
Or
think it's gonna
was
be
she-
Big B again?
It
It
effing
has
better
to be. He has a ongoing mystery to solve. They can just plop some
Yeah,
random
they can't just Walking
fairy
Dead
tale
this one and
character
be
in
like, you're
there.
not playing Big B. It's like, what?
Well,
You're
I think
playing-
it'll be interesting if they do some like another character.
Who would they do though? Who has cool shape-shifting powers to turn into a giant wolf and in fairy tales that would be of any like interest? Exactly. Can't think of anybody. So they have to do Big B.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we're done talking about Nier and open world games tangentially, because we're not even talking about Nier and open world games tangentially anymore. So we'll just go
Welcome
on
to Aimless.
and move on to the news. We're gonna say something, Gamer. You're like, I'll talk about it, but then you're like, I'll come back to it or something.
I'll just talk about it later.
But Gamer, we're about to do the news. Just talk about it
Oh.
now.
Oh yeah, I bought Summer Lesson English edition,
Ay, Dios mío.
and then RBG commented in one of the pictures I posted. I didn't know how weird that game is.
How
Oh,
did
you
you
didn't
not
give
know? How did you not know how weird it was?
Because
I could tell from the one picture you posted.
no, because when I played the Japanese version, I was like, I never understood any of the text that was going on in that cell phone, and then every time I was interacting with her, it was just like about schoolwork and shit, and like just what she does and whatever. But then like these cell phone texts, man, the choices you get to choose, like, oh, you look pretty slim. You smell good today. Like, what?
You
They were
smoke
completely
it.
unrelated to whatever the scene was playing, and it was just like, I don't think they understand how conversations work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like how they handled the subtitles in the VR version, there's like English subtitles that appears in front of your face, right? And it's always like it's always in a fixed point. It's always in your view. But if she goes like in front of your face, she blocks the text. And then like the text fades away, so you can't understand what she's talking about. So you have to like actually physically move your head back so you can actually see the subtitles. It's pretty funny how they did it.
He's
So.
like, hey, did you do that homework assignment? And you're like, oh, your cell phone looks pretty today. It's like, I don't think that's the appropriate response, but yeah, this works. This works. So,
But like
Japan.
I was kind of amazed how much content they added to the game. Like, I only had the 7 days thing for the Japanese version, but like when I bought the Asian edition with all the content, like you get like maid suits, some weird T-shirts.
Sure, it all makes sense in context.
Yeah,
Sure.
and then you get to like spend a day with her in the beach, not the beach, but like outside or something, and you get to just do something else with her, and it's like there's trophies associated with her just doing random shit, like kind of weird.
What exactly is the point of summer lessons?
Oh, you're supposed to teach her to get better at school.
So, never mind.
So like
I'll just accept
you get like a what do you call it a thing to a thing to like before you enter the lesson, you get to select a topic that you could work on and something you talk about like in a conversation. There's conversation cards you could choose from. So there's two things you could put into the lesson. So when you activate that lesson, it just plays out whatever cards you played. So she just when like let's say sports, when you do the thing she needs to focus on. So she focuses on sports, but then she doesn't actually like learn in front of you like how to do like anything sports related. She just does the quote unquote homework. And then everything that you're talking about is just a idle conversation after she does the homework. And that's the lesson for the day. So it's kind of weird.
the summer lesson. Haha.
Yeah.
Title drop. Title drop.
But yeah, it's still awesome if we are the presents.
You're so weird, gamer.
Amazing.
You're so weird.
It's very expensive.
I would
Oh my god.
think so.
For that version, $70.
And Gamer got it, so you know that means US
Money
release
well-
imminent.
Localization! Yeah!
There's no way it's coming here. No fucking way.
Well, gamer, you said that about the other games you've imported before.
hey,
and
hey, the chain finally broke.
Yeah, just say that now. Just say that now. Come next month. So we have an announcement to make. Summer lessons.
Oh, the white lady instead. Remember there was like there was an American woman with a guitar. She's not in this version. It's only Hikari. So
That's something Sony will show at E3. Yeah, it'll be like, yep.
It'll be in the little montage reel.
it's one of their tentpole VR releases.
Oh man,
It's
it's
like
like a whole
now adding
subgenre. I can see it
tentacles.
now. It's like
This is
the lewd DOA girl-on-girl action fighting game subgenre of VR games.
Like with new added events. Like
Wouldn't you like to
but-
hang out with this young lady and teach her things?
teach her the ways of love. Like, oh, this game just got M-rated real fast. So, I don't know sometimes. Just don't know sometimes. But I mean,
I think that would be more
I'll give them this. They do
lust
have-
or
they have a-
seduction and not love.
they have a lot of
but
variety in that country. That's for sure. If there's a game you want of something, it probably exists. So yeah, you're welcome. You ever had those tutor fantasies? Well, guess what? We got a game for you. So
So that's where VR is going. Nowhere but down.
it was always going. It was always going there. It was never not going to go there.
Just gotta get the bodysuits. We'll be ready. Alright, so first news story. PS4 version of Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. It's coming out sometime this year, which RPG loved very much.
Well, not no.
at
It's
one
of
time.
I gotta say, man, when they announced that in that thread, man, a ton of people were like shitting on the games. Like, oh, don't even think about this game. Just play the other games.
They were mad about certain stuff
Like,
that happened
is
in the
it
game.
really that
No,
different?
it's one of those they changed it now. I don't like it situations because there were some changes made in terms of like
Uh,
protagonist things. So people are just like, no, this is not the game I played. This is not the protagonist I had. And it was like, relax,
yeah, they were
relax,
like saying like, I wish this game was never made.
like calm down,
Type of things,
What?
yeah. Type of comments where it's like it really was like
reel it.
affecting their enjoyment of the series.
Yeah, like reel it in,
Okay.
guys. Reel it in. Because like the past two games, I mean, it's complicated. It's
Yeah,
complicated
yeah.
because I would have to explain the entire series, and it's complicated.
So
To
it's
say
just like a story thing that happens that they don't like.
they don't because there's like, yeah,
No, that's pretty much it. That's like, yeah.
it's a story related thing. Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean the game more or less plays similar to the previous games in the series. There's just like some changes made with the focus characters and stuff. So they're just like, eh. It's kind of like the Walking Dead situation, kind of.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I see.
Yeah.
Alright. Next news story is that on PSN in the US, Persona 5 was the best-selling game in April. So you know. Are you a bit scared, RPG, that the game might be
Oh,
getting too
I
popular?
was already worried the second I saw the news story that it was like the fastest selling game in the series. I was like, no, it's gonna become Assassin's Creed. They're gonna destroy the series I love. It's gonna happen.
I
So,
don't
Pers-
think that is
pers-
like how it happens RPG when they're making a
That's
young
Persona's-
version. I think it just gets Final Fantasy and like we've got to
nope. They're gonna
make
start.
this.
It's gonna become open world next time. It's gonna become an action RPG. It's just gonna be they're just gonna destroy everything. They're gonna destroy everything, and it's gonna lose its charm. And I'm like, huh, I knew it was coming. I knew it was happening, and it did. So, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the inevitable Persona 6 and how it's gonna turn out because we all know it's coming, guys. We all know it's coming.
It's gonna have multiplayer or something.
It's true. It's true. It's like choose your favorite Persona. Now you can all. It's like no. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Unless if the multiplayer was like they find a way to like kind of like incorporate the social links or something. So it's like people you can like. I don't know. I don't know how they would do it, but it could be. Nah. No. Just don't. Just don't. I changed my mind. Just don't. Don't do it. I don't. I worry. I worry because you have to keep in mind Atlas is now owned by Sega. So the king
Yeah.
of
Money,
milking
dear boy,
franchise.
money.
So that only concerns me even further because it's like, well, we all know where this is going. Persona and the Black
How many
Knight.
of their children have Sega killed in the pursuit of profit?
Persona
Sonic
Unleashed.
being the prime example.
Persona and Final Fantasy at the Olympic Games. It's like it's happening.
The
This
amount
is
of
life.
lead that Sonic has been dragged through in the pursuit of profits.
Just watch Sonic become like a Persona.
It's true. Now DLC, the Sega package for Personas. I'm afraid. I'm worried. I'm worried. So, yeah. Hopefully, just their next focus is just like the next MC or SMT game for the Switch, and then that other project game that they said was a ways off, whatever it was, Project something something, Dark Side something something. So that one, and then hopefully they could just focus on those. And Sega's not, hey, where's our other Persona game? We gave you 6 months. You guys,
6 months.
sorry. What's going on?
They're gonna Guitar Hero it one every quarter.
It's like, sir, we can't pop out Persona games. That sound like somebody wanted to get fired? Is that what that was? That's what that sounds like. Somebody who doesn't want to take care of their family. Yeah. That'd be awful. Be real awful if that happened. So, prepare to see a bunch of unnecessary spin-offs and annualization of Persona. So, yay. Yay.
Yeah, it's called Persona, not Persona. Not make another one. That's what I heard. Yeah. Okay. The game gonna work. Okay. Good work.
Like, oh, this is happening. So, yay. Yay.
Next news story is that the Nintendo PlayStation prototype is apparently functional, but there were never any games made for it. As I
I
was
just want
reading
to say,
about it,
it's like,
so
what good
it
does
was
that
only
do?
getting used for homebrew thingies. But so I was like, okay, well, this is a weird story. So they have it it's for like the disk drive is finally functional, the CD drive, but there's no games ever developed for it, so not really. There's time to go hear you talk about it, so you know.
It
What's he
wasn't
talking about it
supposed to.
for?
It's the bastard child. It's
But
like we
maybe
all know.
there's somewhere out there some golden disc that has some sweet prototype on it. That's like, oh man,
It
if you guys
actually
want
has the Final Fantasy 7 for N64.
it. Yeah.
The lost prototype.
And then Street Fighter V is getting a new character, Ed, who's like boxer dude with psycho power.
Isn't Balrog is?
No, well, he's a boxer dude, but he doesn't have psycho power that has been
Yet.
amplified with his boxing power, and he has
So
kick
wait,
moves. Unlike
does he
Balrog.
bison moves? The mixture of
Just the
punch?
psycho power weirdness, because he can like whip you, or not whip you, but like form a thingy that like pulls you with psycho power, and like he has kick moves too. Unlike
Is that the canon name for that? Psycho power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psycho. Yeah.
Because that's not really good for marketing. From Bison then. It's like, hey guys, you want to join my faction? We got psycho powers. Like, sir, I don't know if you want to call it that. It doesn't sound very inviting. It's like, sir. Let me do this, okay? Let me do this.
And also
Psycho
apparently his special moves like don't require directional moves. It's just button and push, like pushes and holds of the buttons. So that's interesting.
What? That's different.
It's gonna be a weird fight thing. I guess he's probably gonna have like a lot of charge moves, though, since he has the psycho power or something.
So is it like Tekken-ish?
Well, I just saw a sheet, but it doesn't look. It's not dial a combo. It's just like you push a button and it does like it's like Smash Brothers more or less.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like every button is assigned to like do something.
Interesting.
New Need for Speed game coming out for 17, and it will not have to be online all the time like the last one that was made. But it was not. It didn't have a subtitle. It was just called Need for Speed. That one I played. I really liked.
It was the reboot.
That one. It was really good.
Who's making this?
Freaking
I think it's Ghost or whoever made the last one. Black Box. Let me look it up. I didn't put links because I didn't want to.
It's probably Ghost.
I think it is Ghost.
So that's coming out this year, huh?
Yep.
EA.
And so it begins.
Need for Speed. Oh man, that is not what I wanted. It gave me a list of games, not news articles. Hilarious.
Well,
Well, they're probably going to announce at E3 what's going to be called. It can't be called Need for Speed again. That's crazy.
oh, it could be called Need for Speed again. Haha, you're right. Again, at the end is the part. It's like, yes. Or they'll change to I have the need for speed. Or we speed. Or
Oh, like
or too needy, too speedy.
Yeah.
The
Ghost
fate
games.
of the speed.
Ghost games.
it's Ghost games.
The greed of the need.
And you said you liked the last one, right?
Yep. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a fun time.
Do you think they're going to have FMV?
It was also open world. Don't dial RPG.
But you just told me. You just told me. So now I would never
I
play
think
it.
that's a good formula though for that series because I really loved Underground 2 and like what it did as far as like go to this part of the city to do these races, go to this part of the city to do these races, or you can
I
just
told
drive
you,
around and do these
like
thingies.
traveling in open world. So now there's literally a game about traveling in open world. And you think I'm going to want to play it? Nah.
But you're racing, you're not traveling RPG.
Nah, bruh.
Distinction.
Too bad you don't have the Xbox One. Tekken. You would have loved Forza Horizon. It's open world.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Does it have robot dinosaurs in it? Because if not, then
Really,
GTFO
RPG?
Forza.
Really?
GTF. I mean, it has Horizon in the name. I just figured it could have been a spinoff.
No, it does not have robot dinosaurs in it. That's why we were all like, Horizon, man. Robot dinosaurs, man. Can't wait.
Well, I'm disappointed. Because, robot dinosaurs.
But, another game franchise RPG has been just gushing all over this podcast. Assassin's Creed Origins is supposedly.
I'm sorry. Did you listen to the same rants I've had? Because I don't
This is
think
reportedly the new name of the new game in the series that is supposedly coming later this year.
wasn't the first one technically Origins? Because it's like he went to his
No, subtitle.
ancestor.
Just Assassin's Creed, because that's how that works.
Yeah, but I don't.
Isn't Origins the PSP game?
I think it's Bloodlines.
Oh, right. So
'Cause,
nothing
like,
was called Origins.
That was like his first ancestor or something. Like the whole thing with what are those things called? Fragments of Eden is what they're called. Those things. Those.
Supposedly, it will take place in I think it's like Egypt and Greece and some other place.
Ooh.
So open world adventures. Yay, returning. Yay. Season pass probably.
Oh, definitely.
Do not buy the season pass.
You could just not buy it and wait for it to be $20 actually, because it's a Ubisoft
Basically.
game.
And it usually happens pretty quickly, like EA games.
Yep,
So you wouldn't have to wait too
I think
long.
The Division is on sale this week for $20, and it's like, well, at one point I really wanted to play that game, but after so much Destiny, sorry, you've been spoiled by that ocean spill of oil that kills things in the ocean, and it kills my love of games in the genre of games like that.
It's a weird string of characters and words.
Right?
It didn't come out as I was hoping it would, but whatever, it got there, so that's all that matters.
Did it though? Did it?
Yeah, it did. Let's see. Next news story is, after Sega put Bayonetta, a platinum hit classic, on
The
Steam,
devils.
they are bringing Vanquish to Steam on May 25th. So winner chicken dinner, and there's like some deals.
I
you
never
pre-order it,
played Vanquish, but I heard it was fun.
and there's like a
It was
premium and
it was a
normal
good game.
edition.
It was a good game.
I didn't play all of it, but I did enjoy what I did play. I just didn't finish it.
Because I heard it was like all crazy and fast and rockets and robots and multiplayer and spiders. I don't know much about Vanquish, so I'm assuming all these things happened.
And
So maybe they're planning on making a sequel soon?
probably not.
No. I think they're just like looking at that petition list and like going down the line. What's next?
What to bring to PC?
Yeah.
And it's making them money, and they're like, oh, I guess we'll just keep doing it.
It's making them a lot of money. Like Bayonetta sold a lot on Steam.
Last news story that I have is that Google has bought Job Simulator and Rick and Morty VR game studio Alchemy OWL Alchemy Labs. So for those out there with dreams, maybe you could one day make some weird, quirky VR game, and then Google will be like, "Whoa, dudes, we need somebody to make these sweet cardboard experiences. We don't have anybody working on VR in this capacity. We're just making weird stuff." Oh, there's studio. Let's throw money at them. Let's see what happens.
Have you ever
And you
want
get bought
to be owned
out.
by Google?
And then you'll never have to work another day in your life, and you can just sit there with your feet on a desk and be like, "Let me tell you the story, children, of this one time I did this
Well,
thing."
Tekken, you still have to technically make games for them.
I just wanted to say. Like,
I
let's
just
mean,
gotta-
out.
I'm
you
just
just got
saying,
bought out
there's
at the
like
time of the-
upfront money, which would be like probably a
Oh,
lot.
yeah. Yeah, it's probably a lot, yeah.
And
Sure.
then, that might be enough to invest in something. And then, if it doesn't go sideways, you're set for life. And you can be like, guess what, Google? Peace out, I'm done. And, walk away from Google and be like, guess what I did today? I walked away from Google. Whoever does that. Exactly.
Because you think it'd be that easy. Google owns them now. Like, literally.
I'm pretty sure they didn't just, sign some, terrible contract
Oh,
of
they
like
probably
years of
did.
their life laboring away writing code.
They probably did.
Because
Because
that's the
money,
wrong
my
way to
dear
do
boy.
it.
Money.
That's the wrong answer. But yeah, that is all I've got for news this week, because I'm not Tropical. And I was like, whenever, I'll
He's
just
out
do
having
it old
fun
school
at Disney
style.
right now. So he gets to be at the happiest place on earth right now. It's fine. I'm not bitter at all.
I wonder if he just went back just to get the digital band thing.
Nah. He has his reasons. His tropical reasons.
Tropical.
Yeah. Also, he loves Epcot for some strange reason, so...
Oh, did you see this? Mass Effect on hiatus.
Yeah, I saw all the negative stuff about it. I didn't want to talk about it because I remember in the olden times of the podcast when they were going to have like BioWare San Francisco or something stupid, or BioWare in name only, like working on the Command and Conquer Generals or whatever the F it was called back in the day before that got canned. I was like, I don't know, dudes. I got bad feelings about what EA is about to do to BioWare, and they totally effing did it. And we have like proof and evidence. Like, yeah, here it is. The game they just like kicked out the door when it wasn't effing done. And they're like, we could, give them more time to work on the game. But
Oh, did you hear? They gave them a lot of time to work on the game.
well,
And that was the issue. They
it's
gave them 4 or 5 years to work on Andromeda.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Well, they didn't fire them. They just they're now a support studio, aka like the Call of Duty guys.
Well, they're not the A team either, so there's that too. So it's like, if you want to come out with a new Mass Effect game on current gen when you've had a trilogy of awesomeness on the previous gen and like have high expectations and like have that fan backlash, what did you think was going to happen? There you go.
Fans are always going to backlash against everything because that's what they do. It wouldn't be a day in the gaming world if they didn't complain about something that they finally got. And it's like, hey, remember that one time we gave you something you wanted? How about you STFU
What about
and be happy?
what about Zelda Breath of the Wild? Everybody gushed all over that one. They're all like 10, 10, 10.
They only pushed all
I
over
think I think you
uh,
should play it before reserving any judgment.
What gamer?
You should at least try Zelda. You might actually like it.
Gamer, I tried Zelda and it was called Skyward Sword, and I got stuck on like the first dungeon. I was like, I'm done, because
Dude, this is entirely different. It doesn't have any of that shit.
But gamer, it's on a Switch. I don't have a Switch, so that's
not yet.
Then get one.
I also don't have a Wii, which is also on, so I
Not
kind of broke
yet.
with Nintendo. If you haven't been listening to the podcast the last 3 years or something, and I kind of don't want to go down that road again because I like where I'm at. I'm in a happy place. I'm in a stable environment and doing good. I'm on the up and up, on the recovery. I don't think there's any reason to go back. They've done things to me, and I'm not going to let them do it to me again. Okay, so no, gamer, I'm not going back.
But second, people change.
But did you hear? There's all this positivity about Nintendo. It's like, oh, it's been fantastic news for them every week.
That,
like,
to me,
Switch is good. Switch is awesome. People want Switch.
That is just people that are like lapsed Nintendo fans that have the Stockholm syndrome that I was able to get out of.
No, it's just that they have a good
Nintendo.
wingman.
Mario Kart
Nintendo's
8
doing
Deluxe
good.
is
I can feel good about Nintendo. Yeah, I'm gonna write about it. Oh man, Mario Kart. Oh man, Breath of the Wild.
is the best selling
man, look
game
at these
of
cell numbers.
2017.
Dude, I cannot, okay, I don't want to be Mr. Negative Pants here, but I gotta say, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop when, Switch stops selling well, and then, it's not happy time anymore.
Well, let's say, what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't stop?
See, that's the
keeps
thing,
on
gamer,
rolling.
is everybody's like, oh man, it's doing as good as we. It's doing as good as we. It's like, let's go back in effing time, mother effers. Okay, let's go back in effing time. And oh, hey, remember that thing that the Wii was, and everybody was just line up because it was the hot shit that you'd never seen before. You can just grab the controller and be like, oh, look at me, I'm waving my hands around. I'll bowl the ball. Oh, Wii Sports. Oh, isn't it great? And then effing, what happened? Effing shovelware up the wazoo. Effing no third-party support. Effing droughts of games of oh man, I wish there was a game to come out. I guess I'll wait until E3. oh, what's coming out this year? Nothing except for like that one year when they're like new Punch Out, new Zelda, new Mario, new Metroid, whatever. That was like the one effing year in like the 100s of years history of Nintendo where they actually like, hey fans, we love you and we're gonna give you a bunch of shit. That's like anomaly. Never gonna happen. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's never gonna happen again, but I wouldn't mind if it happened again. Oh, this is gonna happen. So I'm just like, I'm just skeptical. You know, it's like I've been burned so many times, and we've done the same song and dance, and it's like, I mean, sure, they're doing great, but it's like, that's the thing. That's the other effing thing. It's like you can never count them out. It's like that's why I said, like I said the one time, I was like, you know, I'm not going to say they're going to fail because it's after Nintendo, and she's like, oh, but I kind of wish they would because I'm just so effing sick of it. And then here we are. They just keep on keeping on. It's just like, you know what? I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it. Where it's like, you know,
they're trying to prove to you that they can change. They want you to come back.
they're gonna have to work harder, dude. Because
Just give them another chance.
it's like Mario Odyssey may be like their one saving grace this year, but what's after that? What's after that? Exactly. So, you know, ready to
Final Fantasy VI remake on Switch.
Dude, I don't. I mean, that's like the one thing I'm looking forward to, though, is like the major Japan third party stuff that's like gonna be on their stuff.
I cannot wait
Like
until
Octo Traveler.
they make Monster Hunter for that. Like, we're finally getting a current gen Monster Hunter. Finally. Unshackled from the shit handheld visuals.
Well, I mean, they had one on the Wii.
But it looked terrible.
It's so weird because like I mean, and I think it's man, it's like on the one hand, it's like I don't want the Switch to succeed, but then on the other hand, it's like I think it's going to happen just because of the way the hardware is, since you can take it anywhere, and like that is such a killer feature compared to like, oh man, gotta go to work, can't take my PlayStation with me or my Xbox or my gaming PC.
I mean, you could. It just would be of no use to you because it's like, well,
I mean, yeah, take it with me and actually be able to use it. So, whereas with the Switch, it's like, oh man, let me just put my Joy-Cons in my pocket.
Chihuahua.
Make me so happy in my pocket. Oh, change
Chihuahua,
number. And then yeah, my Switch, and then oh, look at that! I've got time to do stuff when I'm on lunch or something. Let me pull out my Switch and turn it on and play some whatever. Oh,
It
man,
sounds very
this is so
inappropriate for
fun.
work.
Because it's basically just like, oh man, wouldn't it be great if I could play insert game here when I wasn't at home and away
Well,
from the
now you
console?
can.
Well, now you can. What's that ticket? You want to play some sweet Need for Speed, Metal Gear Solid, or any other awesome third-party game that's, well, not on Switch yet, but who knows? Don't hold your hopes up. I mean, I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself, because, like, dude, it's Nintendo. Don't do it again. No. And then, but then it's like, dude, what's in my head? Dude, what if I could play these games like Mass Effect? Oh, man. Just, you know, not at my console, and I'm, like, not there all the time like I am, and I could just that would be so amazing, wouldn't it? But then it's like, dude, take it. You're doing it. You're doing that thing you're always doing. I was like, wouldn't it be great if? Wouldn't it be nice to have nice things? And isn't it nice to want things? And hope springs eternal. You're just too effing optimistic for your own good, Tekken. Just stop it now. So it's like, you know, I gotta put the brakes on. You'd be like, all right, well, the price is there. Mario's is fun, but it's like, yeah, must resist the pull of the plumber. But then luckily, there's like so much good stuff on the current hardware I have that I don't have to worry about, because it's like Red Dead, Tekken 7, June, other stuff, Horizon DLC, Uncharted DLC. Sony's gonna treat me well, okay? I have faith in them now, and I know they will get me through the storm. And then once there's some sweet Super Edition Switch, I will go ahead and be like, all right, Nintendo, you have served your sentence, and I will commute your punishment from the life of exile that I thought we could, you know, have a deal on. And, you know, you stay away, I stay away, and we'll just have this thingy that we'll do, not tell anybody about, bow chicka wow wow, and, you know, be back together, and it'll be great, and nobody will know because it'll be a secret. But it was so good.
Secret lovers. That's
Jeez, Tekken, man. Show me on the dial where Nintendo touched. Man, so much pent up aggression there.
Well, you know, when you you go to bat for somebody and they just keep letting you down. You can only, or you've been with this person since your conception and birth and stuff, and it's like they've raised you, and then they do things to you like that, and it's like, how could they do that to me? And it's like, I was so young when I played Super Mario Bros. 3, and I was like, this is the best game ever, and then like they just kept treating me well, and it's like Super Mario 64, how can this get better? I was like, oh my gosh, Metroid Prime? And then, man, and then Galaxy, I was like, this is the best game ever, and then Twilight Princess, oh my goodness, yes, Link, I didn't think we could be this good together since Ocarina, but I was wrong, 'cause this is even better. I mean, it's not what it is, but, I don't want to be wrong if I'm right. Oh, Link, I love you. And then the bad times happened, and I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. So much fun times on the PlayStation. It's pulling me away all the time, more and more. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we can just have like some sweet open relationship and like make it work. It's whatever, and just like, I don't care. It's like whatever. It's whatever, man. It's whatever. That's what it's gonna be. Because I love you no matter what. I just can't resist you. I should be truthful to myself and be like, I'll never tell Sony about it. She'll never know. So our PlayStation escapades will never end. But I'll feel guilty. But it's fine. I can live with the guilt. I'll be like a Batman in Dark Knight. I'm the Dark Knight that I need but don't. Whatever. Something. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Be a gamer. They've touched me over and over the years, so it's a history of thingy. Whatever it's called.
It was like Pillsbury Doughboy.
Cycle of something or whatever, or history of something. I can't think of the word. There's a thing there. Or I'll look it up or not. Whatever. But yeah, that was a very weird, convoluted explanation of me and Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And it will always be that way because So it's not like I didn't stop buying their handheld stuff because I got a 3DS, and then it's like 2DS is almost out. It's like, oh, and I love my 3D, my DS, and the lovely games there. And then they just combined it with their console stuff, and it's like, hey, you can take it wherever you go. It doesn't matter. It's great. And they're right. Sucks. Oh well. What were we talking about? I completely lost track on that spiel I was on.
I have no idea.
Alright then. So I guess we can just sign off here with that weird Nintendo-y end. Until next week. So, if Tropical was here, he'd say something like, Aimless Babble Z, aimlesspodcast.com. Check us out on the internet. Or just Google us, Aimless Podcast, Aimless Babble Z. If you don't, or then I would say, if you don't find us and you find something else that you like just as much or more, that's cool, whatever. That's, nothing wrong with that. Hope you're happy and stuff or something, whatever. Anything to say before you sign off, RPG?
No.
Anything to say before we sign off, Gamer?
Destiny 2, yeah! Next week. Oh, yeah.
Well, I would like to say something else, but Gamer totally just wow, well, I didn't mean to say that.
Oh my.
I didn't mean for that to come out. Oh no. He blocked me on my happy
You didn't mean
thought at the end of
to,
the
but you
podcast.
did mean it.
You did.
So yeah, until next week's podcast, until you see or hear from us again, Aimless Babble Z, and we're now signing off.